So I've got this old Jigsaw that I bought, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago at Harbor Freight for $10 or $15. And it's developed a damaged cord. It has a short right up here close to where it goes into the saw. And what's happening is when it's plugged in and you hit the power button, nothing happens. Occasionally it'll come on and then quit. And I can wiggle this wire around right here, right by this strain relief, and I can get it to turn on, and then I let go and it'll turn off. So there's a short in this cord. So we're going to fix it for free. So this saw will come apart. The halves will come apart if I take out about 10 Phillips head screws. So let's get those out of there. And then we'll split the two halves. Might need a flathead screwdriver for this step. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this cord just outside of this curve, because this is where the problem is. We'll cut this, take out this strain relief, and we're going to shorten these wires and put them back into the switch. There's a couple of small set screws in this switch. You just need to be careful when you pull the wires out. Make sure that you get them all back into the same location. So we'll loosen those two set screws so we can pull those two wires out of there. Take our Phillips, undo this strain relief. We should be able to pull the power wire and disconnect it from the saw. So I've got just about 3 inches beyond the strain relief. You can just pull that wire through and slide that strain relief down the cord. I'm going to cut it right here. And I've cut out the bend area where the short is in the cord. I want to strip the wires to back about here and very carefully cut this insulation without cutting the wires below it. So if you just go around it and kind of scar it, then you can usually bend that back and it'll break that insulation free, so you don't ever really get the blade close to the wires. And then if you're lucky, you can pull that off of there. So now we've got fresh wires stripped back to the same length that we need. I'm going to strip off about 1/4 of an inch or so of insulation on the end of these wires, like so. Twist those ends up, and we're ready to put that back onto the saw. Then we'll reroute the repaired wire into the saw where it's supposed to fit, and reattach these wires back to these set screws, making sure we get the polarity right. White in the neutral and black in the positive. Put the neutral in first. Doesn't matter which one you do first. I just want the easiest way to do it. Do a pull test, make sure it's in there tight, and we'll put the hot wire in. Get that good and snug, and then a pull test on that one, and that's good. And then just get the switch set back into position. Just make sure that all fits down in there like it should. Now this is just an additional bonus piece of information. While you're in there, if it's a mechanism like this, it wouldn't hurt to put a little bit of fresh grease on that gear. Maybe I can get another 15 years worth of use out of this tool. We'll put back the internal strain relief onto the new section of cord. Don't forget to do this step. You don't want any leftover parts when you're done with this, basically. And then all that's left is to put it back together. And then with any kind of luck, we're good for another 15 years. Let me plug it in, we'll try it out. And just like that, 5 or 10 minutes, saved yourself 30 to 50 bucks. And in this economy, it's totally worth doing. And I get another 10 or 15 years out of it. See you on the next video.